Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Desenredartes. Today I'll be showing you the last painting process of these three pieces that I did. And for this video, I'd like to start with a question. Have you ever felt lost throughout your life? Or well, the question isn't if you ever felt this way, but how many times? If you're an adult, it's highly probable you've experienced this unsettling sensation numerous times. How do you cope with it? Do you have a go-to strategy? This feeling often arises when embarking on new adventures, a fresh career, a novel project, any unfamiliar territory. You might feel clumsy or lacking fluidity. Despite your best efforts, something feels amiss. Doubts creep in. What am I doing? This is bound to fail. Your vision for the future blurs, and the initial spark of excitement fades. Where's that coveted end goal? What happened to the light that ignites this pursuit? Your dream life, once so vivid, now seems distant. How do you get stuck here? This feeling is entirely normal, an inherent part of the chosen path. It's okay to feel this way when venturing into the unknown. There's always a learning curve. While it's tempting to skip the journey and savor the ecstasy of the final destination, real life rarely unfolds that way. We often yearn for the good part, the glamorous finish, so much that we underestimate the crucial groundwork. Have you ever looked back at the path that led you here? The tears shed, the sacrifices made, the relentless effort, and the thrilling adventures encountered? When thinking about your journey, doesn't it fill you with pride? You might not realize it at the time, but you're in one of those crucial moments. You're being forged, navigating a challenge that will strengthen you. You're building new neural pathways, forging connections that will enhance your skills and prepare you for the future. Overcoming these challenges is non-negotiable. There are no shortcuts. Nobody wants to mess up, but we need to do that in order to learn. It's fear that makes you want to avoid the errors. Fear that you might do something permanent that cannot be undone. Fear of damage, fear of hurting. We have been taught to always aim for perfection. Why is that? Who invented that, spread the belief, and then created a whole society who is afraid of living? Because life is all about making mistakes. You cannot improve things if they are already perfect. If everything's perfect, what is there to work on? This pursuit of perfection has twisted our perception, leading us to fear embarrassment, believing that if we don't get it right the first time, then why even bother trying? We've become a society paralyzed by the fear of living. Experiencing fear and uncertainty is natural. We need to be mindful of that. While success is desirable, the courage to pursue your passion is paramount. It is normal and okay to experience a certain amount of fear or uncertainty. Of course, you want things to come out right for you, but even more important than that is that you take the risk of doing things that you want to do. Sometimes we consider so many options or scenarios that we end up with something called paralysis by analysis, which can mean that you see so many possibilities that you don't know which one to choose or where to start. Imagine this. You decide to go for a walk in nature and suddenly you find yourself wandering in the forest. You're enjoying yourself, but then you realize that the forest path divides into several routes. Now you need to pick one to continue your journey. But which one? What would happen if you take the left route? Or the one in the middle? Where would it take you? What if suddenly the fog starts to appear? Now you're not able to see clearly. Do you remember where you were going? Did you ever know? Now you don't know what to do. There were so many options, you didn't know which one to choose. Suddenly, the way started looking blurry because the longer you stayed in that place, the harder it was to move. What to do now? You don't know which way to go because you never knew. You never knew where you were going. You never even questioned why you were walking, even less the direction of the road. And now that you're doing it, you're feeling lost. Good. You're awakening your consciousness. The good thing is that the feeling is not permanent. The not so good thing is that you will experience it several times. This sense of being lost often comes from a disconnection between our internal compass and the external world. We've been conditioned to chase external validation, to define success through social metrics like wealth, status, or possessions. This can lead us straight from our authentic selves. To find your way, it's crucial to reconnect with your inner values. What truly matters to you? What brings you joy and fulfillment? Maybe you never asked these questions before, but the fact that you're doing it now means that your mind is maturing. You're no longer just passing by. Now you're actually wondering about your time on Earth. Your mind has developed to the point that you have realized that you can choose. You will no longer be told what to do because now you're aware, and that creates a million possibilities for you. This process, however, can be overwhelming, so take a moment to sit on it. You're developing a new power. The wiser thing to do is to take a little time to try to comprehend what's happening to you and how you want to use this new skill. Don't try to rush it, because in any case, you'll probably end up in the same place. Maybe destroying some trees in the forest, trying to finish the road, only to realize you're not really moving forward that much, and you're still feeling lost a lot. So, take your time. This is a time for reflection, for inner awareness. As a reaction, you're gonna try to find answers on the outside. Try to find signs from the universe on your surroundings. Try to ask other people what it'll do in your situation. And if you're lucky, in their goodwill, they will try to guide you. If you're unlucky, they'll try to take advantage of you. But remember, you will no longer be told what to do. You need to start getting to know yourself in order to know which way is the most convenient for you. Finding your way is a deeply personal and ongoing journey. It requires courage, self compassion, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. If you want to find answers, you need to look within.